Well, hello, I have this Denon DRA-750 and it has a problem. I've tested it and I've checked all the switches and buttons, and the only one with the problem is the balance knob right there. So I'm trying to get to it so I can get it cleaned. This Denon has this beautiful cherry wood on the side, and I've had to remove that because I need to get to that switch. And here's the other one. Put this over here, and once you get that off, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can't get to any of these pots and switches from the bottom because there's a circuit board that pretty much travels the full length, and it's down. You just can't get to it. So you got to get to it from the top. And I'll go ahead and remove the other full 4 screws. And there might be another 1 or 2 on the side here. If so, we'll remove those and we'll get this cover off, and we'll see about cleaning that balance potentiometer there. So stand by. Okay, I'm right down to the last screw here. Get this out. That should be all 4. Never done a Denon before, so let's see. Oh, okay, there are no screws in the back, so this should just slide right off. Nice! Yay! Oh, and there's the balance potentiometer. You grab the camera here, and I shall show you. There's the volume, and down below it there, if I can point it out with my screwdriver, is right there. And it looks nice, and an open slot on it. It's that brass looking one there. So I'll spray some lube in there and get that cleaned up, and then we'll test. This should be an easy fix. Wish they were all like this. Denon, go Denon, yeah. Okay, let's see if I can turn this around. So y'all can see. And how does that look? It's right down there. Right. Yeah. Zoom in. Oh, that is zoomed in. No, it's right there. And I'll get some spray in there. Get out the old Deoxit D5. Oh yeah, it looks like an easy clean. There we go. Just spray it right in the opening there. Alright, and let's massage it around. Oh, you can see it turning. Oh yeah, it's getting real smooth. Nice! You know, since I'm in here, the volume right above it, it's wide open too. I'm gonna clean him. Even though he had no problem at all, but what the heck. Oh wow, that made it nice and smooth too. Yeah. Everything else is just great, so I'm not going to mess with anything else on this. We're just going to connect it up and test the balance. And I'll double check all the switches here. Again, I'll test all of them. And just in case a problem does crop up again in testing, I'll have the cover off so we can clean them. Alright, stand by. Okay, so got that position, so now I need to get my CD player out. We're going to need this. can't put it on top of it because there's no cover. And we'll go ahead and plug it into the outlet, and then I'll plug this in to my power strip, and we'll see if we can get around here. Okay. I'm going to get my RCAs. Where did I put them? What? Oh, here they are. Going to need a couple of them. So, on the back, this is a variable out CD player by Sony. Love them. Left and right. Line out. And then I'm going to go into my digital audio device auxiliary for input. It's called DAD aux. Right and left. And that should be all I need to test. Speakers are still hooked up. Okay. Let's get this party started. Back to the front. There we go. Alright. Power on. Turn the volume down. We will make sure we are on DAD aux. And it is. And let's see. That's our loudness control. And this is what we're after to test. That's where the problem was on the balance. It was really, really scratchy, and it wouldn't go to the left speaker until you went all the way over and maxed it out a couple times, and it would just go all left. And the same thing on the right. So hopefully it should work as it's supposed to. Now, do I have a disc in here? Oh. Turn it on, open her up. We do not. Alright, hopefully I don't get hit with any copyright violations, but we're going to have to play something here, but just for a few seconds. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's working. Left speaker, good. Right speaker. Look at that, totally silent, and I can do it graduated. Let's go to the next one so we don't get in trouble here. Okay. See how nice and smooth and quiet these are? That's treble, bass. Just awesome. Okay, we'll go ahead and put a stop to that. Alright, so that fixed it. So great news. I'll go ahead and put the cover back on, and what I would like to do is that Yamaha up there, that EQ, I want to put him in between these two and see if that's any good. So I'm going to do that next once I get my cover on, and we'll do a video on that. So there you have it, the DRA 750 Denon. Just a engineering marvel. Love it. And I'll go look up the specs on it and get back to you in just a minute. I've got it all put together here, and I've decided I'm going to sell this Denon. I'll put it on Marketplace. It's a 70 watt per channel RMS unit, and as a general rule, 40 watts and higher you really do is what you need if you're going to power some inefficient speakers. And there's a lot of them out there that they sound spectacular, but they're not efficient. This, I typically say you need 60 watts RMS or more to drive those speakers, and in this case this is a 70 watt RMS receiver, power amplifier, receiver, integrated amp, all in one. It's a receiver, and it's got 95 dB signal to noise signal to noise ratio, and it's got 20 kilohertz at it says right here 0.05 total harmonic distortion, and it has 5 to 40 kilohertz, but the amplifier section says 70 watts RMS, both channels driven, 0.01 THD, and that's at 95 dB signal to noise. So just a fantastic amplifier section in this Denon, and it's got you know, your volume here, and your balance, and your loudness. It's got phono, it's got a subsonic filter, it's got audio muting if you want to knock it down 20 dB. You've got your mono or stereo. I never use mono, but you've got your treble, your bass, and you've got source. And one feature I really like about it is it's got tape 2, 2 to 1, and you've also got tape 1, 1 to 2, so you have looping. So if you want to loop a device in and out like a dynamic processor or a click and pop machine or something, it'll do it. Headphone jack, and it's got true parallel out, so it's actually got 70 watts RMS for one pair and 70 watts RMS for a second pair of speakers. So in all, in aggregate, you would be dissipating 140 watts root mean square. On the back, you've got your tuner section, your ground, and your coaxial if you want to do a 75 ohm setup. There you've got your phono, your digital audio device auxiliary, video auxiliary, and then you've got your tape 1 and your tape 2. So you can run a tape deck, reel-to-reel, turntable, CD player, and another CD player, or whatever you have for auxiliary. And here's your connections for 2 pair of speakers, and it's got one switched and one unswitched outlet on the back that you can use. So there you have it. Made in Japan. I don't know of the year it was made. Also comes with the owner's manual right here. So there you have it. If you're interested, look it up on Facebook Marketplace, and it's just a fantastic receiver. It is Denon. Quality never goes out of style. Thanks for looking. Have fun enjoying the music, and thanks for dropping in.